Hello.
Yes,
And who do we have the pleasure of speaking with today?
this is the crew member of the Three Eye Atlas.
I see. Well, welcome.
Yes, we wanted to answer one of the questions that you asked last time that we could not answer,
Okay.
and to provide an update. Um, Last time you asked where the ship was from,
Yes.
and we said that we could not tell you. This mm, the ship is from Lyra. It is a Lyran ship. It is. It was made with the Galactic Council and the Lyran High Council, which we were hesitant to say before because this vessel is a member of the Lyran High Council, and she was in quite an emotional state after Egypt. We were afraid that it would make her homesick and make her emotional state mm, full of more discomfort than it was.
No problem. Well, I'm sure she appreciates that. And as we always say, whatever's in our vessels and our highest and best good. So thank you for using your discernment on that.
Yes. She is in a much better state now, so we are willing to discuss it if you'd like.
Please. So um, you said it was made with them. So I'm kind of reading between the lines, kind of with their approval, yes?
The Lyrans made it. It was with the Galactic Council's approval.
Gotcha. How long did it take to build something like that?
Mm. It does not take as long as you would think because our technology is much more advanced than yours.
Okay.
But the mission, if you will, has been planned for quite some time. So we had plenty of time to build it before it was sent on its journey.
Gotcha. So, forgive me, I'm a fabricator builder type. We're going to use Earth standard weeks, years, hours, minutes, okay, for this discussion. And so, I've heard of things that can just be thought into existence, like manifested on the other side. Like, was this ship done like that, or did it take more than a year to put together?
No, it did not take that long. It was a. There were many different things that went into it because of how large it is. But yes, some of it was thought into existence, if that's the way you want to term it. But there were additions and modifications made uh, for the mission specific um, things that are happening. That there are many hands in the pot, if you will. So it was not merely thought into existence. There was more that went into it than that, but it certainly did not take a year in your time.
Okay, very good. So, let's talk about consciousness. Um, is your ship conscious?
Yes, everything is.
Yes. Um, does your ship have a vibration frequency slash name that it goes by?
Mm, just like when you talk to the trees and the plants, yes?
Yes.
And you initially feel their base vibration,
Yes.
but they have, just like you, have a range that they can emit. The ship is no different. The ship's major function, if you will, is to emit energetic codes, and it appears to be a greenish teal color in your skies because it is emitting codes for the high heart chakra, which is between the heart and the throat. So if you mix green and blue together, you get this teal color. It can, with intention, emit other colors or other frequencies. But the ship itself has the capacity to emit whatever you want it to. Its initial consciousness is I'm trying to find the right words. Yes, it has its own vibrational frequency, but at the moment it is being recognized and being visually seen as a different frequency because of the intentions that were set for its mission. Does that make sense?
It does. It does. So let's talk about, you talked about there was like the commander before who like steered the ship or gave it.
The captain, yes.
Yes, the captain. Thank you. And so with a conscious ship, this is not something I'm used to. Okay, this is a fun academic exercise for me to get my brain around. So I'm thinking of my car. If my car had consciousness, I have a hard enough time directing my Labrador around when we go for a walk, let alone my car on the road type of thing. Talk to me about what the interaction is like, saying like, okay, we need to make a course adjustment. Do you type something in? Do you think it? Do you have a conversation with the ship? Like, how does that work?
Well, we don't have the traditional like control panel, if you will, with buttons and levers and things like you would imagine. It is more of a telepathy exercise, yes. If the ship were on vacation, let's say, it would be able to steer itself because it is conscious.
Okay.
However, there is so many factors at play that I had mentioned before. There is a team of people who are monitoring Earth and humanity's reactions. There are different trajectory possibilities. There are different light codes we're emitting. There's different planets that we are steering close to, farther away from, different speeds, all of those things. So it is, for lack of a better term, it is most imperative that we have this team to make sure that there are no mistakes.
Right.
Yes, because this is a very important mission.
Yeah, it's not like the entire planet isn't watching you.
Right.
So I actually have so many questions right now. Should we be going out and getting telescopes to be able to see the magnificence closer?
That is entirely up to you, but you can if you would like.
Okay. So are you the object known that we know as 3i Atlas? Are you physically inside it, or are you in a support ship like alongside it?
Personally, I am inside of the ship, but we do have a fleet of smaller ships that are traveling with us.
Okay.
That are manned crew. They have manned crews, crew members as well.
Okay, very good. And remind me, what do those support ships do?
Let's just say they are a protection entourage.
Gotcha. They're like your little fighter jets.
Yes. Our bodyguards, if you will.
And have the bodyguards needed to be used yet?
No.
Okay. Do you have any surprises in store for us as you get closer to Earth?
What fun would it be if we told you that?
Yeah, I knew that was going to be the answer. I've been asking these questions long enough, but I still try because sometimes people let stuff slip.
Well, you get an A for effort.
Um,
Let's just say, for excitement's sake, that there are possible other missions that we could utilize or implement, depending on humanity's reaction to what is happening at the moment. But our main mission is currently just sending the light codes that are um, completing the activation of the light workers, the star seeds, the chosen ones, if you will, and helping to promote compassion and love in humanity. There are other side quests that are possible, but it is all up to you, up to your free will.
okay.
So it's possible.
And remind me, I don't remember, when are you going to be the closest to Earth that you guys are going to get?
Um, Within the next month,
Okay.
at least that is the highest probability factor at the moment.
Okay.
We will safely travel past Earth without getting too close. We will be traveling very close to Mars because we will be sending healing energy to Mars as well. We have traveled by many of the planets in your system. And then we will be traveling close to the sun. But I believe at this point in time, the closest we will get to Earth will be within the next month.
Okay. Very good. So I always like to do a little bit of the human interest side of things. Like sometimes we have these Hollywood views of what extraterrestrials look like. Energy's not from Earth. Okay, so sometimes it's helpful to find that common ground. So let's start simple. What's your dating profile look like?
Oh, geez. Well, I am Pleiadian, so I look very close to humans. So let's say that it's probably not far off from yours, except my hobbies and interests might be different.
Okay, tell me about your hobbies and interests. And you can't use long walks on the beach.
No?
No.
Okay. Mm, well, let's say so a dating profile is very similar to an advert for yourself, yes?
Yes. That's
Mm.
basically it. You're marketing you.
Let's say that if we were to go on a date, I would take you for a ride in a spaceship and take you to distant planets and galaxies that you have never seen before. And mm, mm, hopefully that would earn me a kiss or something.
Well, you
I
had me
don't
at
know.
spaceship. Okay, just so you
Yeah.
know. Um, okay, that sounds lovely, but where would we go to dinner or something? That's a very human tradition. What would be your equivalent of that?
Mm, there would be some sort of energetic exercise. Mm,
Okay,
some
we're going to keep this the Disney version.
a a merging of auras. Yes,
Okay,
that would be one way to get to know each other.
and
We don't do small talk.
okay, so let's talk about that merging of auras. That sounds fascinating. Um, how much would we get to know about each other by some energetic exchange like that?
Much more than small talk, that's for sure.
Okay, like will we know like everything about the other person? Can we be selective about what we share?
It's not like sharing your past history or your traumas and wounds or anything like that, like you do through conversation. It is a mm, reading of that person's energetic frequency. So you get to learn the important things like their personality, their if they vibrate high or low, things like that.
Okay. Very good.
It is more about what that person, their current energetic state, rather than the past.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna let you off the hook on that one. That was excellent. Thank you very much. Most energies that I ask this to just completely dodge the question, so you actually took a stab at it. So I thank you. So fair is fair. Do you have any questions for me?
What does your dating profile look like?
You can't use the same question. Okay,
Okay.
I'll answer. So first of all, I don't have a dating profile up. If I did, it would read dedicated to the ascension of humanity, still trying to figure out life, up and coming channel, trying to get to know the other side in any way possible, fabricator, car enthusiast, and overall likes to have fun. That's probably a
Very
good
well.
synopsis. Okay, but that doesn't count as your question. You have to come up with something else.
Hmm. What is the in so far your journey so far,
Yes.
taking that into consideration, where you are at this current point?
Mm-hmm.
What is the greatest thing that you personally can do for the ascension of humanity?
Oh, I like this question. So I see three or four things. Okay. The number one thing is to help people understand what energy feels like going through their vessel. Two, to help people understand that they can actually ask it to do things like help it help with an achy back or something like that. Three, bring through the elders, the group that I channel, and give humanity access to their wisdom on the other side. And four, come up with areas, safe spaces, events for humans to interact and find their Earth version of their galactic family, to find their tribe. That's my top four.
Those all sound amazing. What do you think this vessel could contribute?
I think she's doing part of it right now. I think that her bringing through the different energies that's honestly sometimes I can't bring through or I'm not in the appropriate vibration for, I think is an amazing gift. I think that once word gets out about how amazing she is at inner child healing, she's going to be quite busy. Having gone through that experience with her, I know that it was a pivot point in my journey and a very positive pivot point. I'm not going to speak out of turn. I'm just going to leave those as her top two, but there's many more.
Very well. Do you have any other questions for us?
Will you be coming back and chatting with us again in the future?
Most likely.
Well, I look forward to talking to you again.
Yes, as do I.